Welcome to not Threats from Gallifrey, that's the podcast. Threats from Mirkwood, the company of the whiskey drinking bear. I am Lore Master Garrett, and we are going through the module from Ruins of the North, known as Harder Than Stone. But first, we're going to wrap up things from last month's session with the Nightmares of Angmar. So you're with Glorfindel, and he offers to take you. You're already over the Misty Mountains, and offers to take you guys over to Rivendell.
Beautiful.
So free hand draw, and you cut through the pass, and you go to Rivendell. Anything you want to talk to Glorfindel about?
Yeah, just recent events, anything he's come across, possibly the health of Gandalf.
That is one of the things that Master Elrond wishes to discuss with you. I have come from the House of Elrond over many dangerous leagues looking for you, even though I didn't know you before this day. Several days ago, a sad remembrance was stirred in my heart, and I consulted with Master Elrond about this, and he said that he had also had a vision, one related to our friend Mithrandir. And he sent me out to here to figure out the answer to this riddle. So what did you come out all this way to seek?
We were commissioned to go north and find out more information about the magic anklet bracelet that was that started all of this dark, shadowy experiences that we've had.
And did you find anything?
Yes, we did. We
like a book of sorcery with ruins, right? It has black speech in it.
Yes, we believe we found more information on those ruins.
Then this is something that Master Elrond will need to look over quite thoroughly. May I have the Rivendell book for a sec?
You can have it for all the time.
Okay.
Such time as I should use that virtue.
So you
We slew the gatekeeper of Angmar.
not a easy task. Unfortunately, it is unlikely that he will remain deceased. He will be deceased, but he will rise again when the moon rises tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
When the moon rises tomorrow, the undead foes that you slew in this place will rise again.
Much effort for little gain.
I believe there's quite a bit of gain. Did you retrieved a tome from there, which
Yes.
might help us with our wizard friend? Were there creatures that you slew that were not undead? Was there a necromancer who could raise the dead that was there that you slew?
Not that there were, not anymore.
Yes, we slew the mother of, or the father of Hawalda, Oh, not Havalda. The other
Esselt.
Selt. Yeah, the Silt. The
Mhm.
Silt's
He had
father,
become a follower.
who was the culprit behind much of the evil in the north and the killing and the capture of children
Yes.
that we rescued.
There was some good.
So there,
Don't mistake me.
so there definitely was positive out of this endeavor, and hopefully that in this tome, Master Elrond will find more information to help.
Yes, hopefully there will be goodwill now with the people of the north in the fact that we were able to rescue the children and hopefully they were returned safely to their homes.
So you travel safely with Glorfindel for several days, probably closer to a week. I'll have to calculate it out still. And during that time, you heal 2 points per day, so that's 7 days. 14 points of endurance is regained that you've lost.
So what about the fatigue?
Fatigue is permanent. That's how the heavy load of your equipment and your armor that you have to bear.
Okay.
And you travel through a into face to face with the front porch of the last homely house. A vast portico large enough to shelter many horses should visitors be in need of haste, adorned with a silver fountain in the shape of a slender tree drooping over a marble basin. Many stained glass windows open on the porch at both sides of the front doors of the House of Elrond. The wide wooden doors are solidly built using wood from a single holly tree. Their white, smooth panels appear devoid of any decoration, but are actually set with hundreds of tiny white barrels, cunningly cut thousands of years ago by the jewel smiths of Arisian. The small stones glitter with innumerable sparkles when they reflect.
The jewel, by the jewel smiths of what?
Arisian? Arisian?
Arisian. Okay.
The small stones glitter with innumerable sparkles when they reflect and multiply a source of light.
I just wanted to look at this.
And you, stepping out of there, indeed, is Master Elrond.
Have I met him before?
You have met him before.
I don't think Brimborn and I have we?
You guys have not.
Okay.
Here is
So
Master Elrond. Greetings, and welcome to Imladris.
Greetings and thank you for receiving us. It is a privilege and an honor to meet you.
I send greetings from the realm of the Woodland King as well. I am Ella Brimborn.
Make a courtesy roll.
You want each of us to make
Yes,
a
each of you as you're introducing yourselves.
Okay.
I don't have to.
I got a 5.
You got a 5. So you're stumbling all over your words.
And I have a 14.
14. For a dwarf, you present yourself quite well to the Lord of the House. So, Lorith, what company have you fallen in with here?
A good sort, sir. A good sort. Good hearts, strong hands, valorous wills, if I might say. I'm honored to be in their company for this time.
Please, tell me the tale of what brought you out to Carn Dune. And perhaps through your story will make sense of some of the visions that I've had lately.
Don't we have a poet among us?
Hmm?
Don't we have a poet among us?
This is
Yeah, I can tell him. I can tell him the rhyme of lore of the lurker. As we entered the valley of Gundabad, I was inspired by the rhyme of lore of the lurker that lives there. To enter Gundabad Valley, you must be brave, for a misshapen colossal crab inhabits a cave, hiding its vulnerable hind body for years and years. Its massive legs are akin to trolls' bladed spears. Its eyes, like pearls of your impending doom, are like twin moons shining upon your tomb, and its piping voice, birth of its foul breath, is the song of shadow, the song of death. We averted this creature and then went further into towards the gates of Angmar, and
But what brought you to the gates of Angmar? Certainly it was not folly that brought you there.
trouble became we had a mission that we were with the hillmen trying to gain their friendship and kinship and drive them away from those of shadow and have them join the free people of Middle Earth. And as we were there, unfortunately, their children got taken to Angmar, and so that's why we headed out on that journey to retrieve the children.
My wife was life was taken by goblins. I have no pity on them. I respect the task that you took upon yourselves.
We slew the gatekeeper of Angmar and servants of the shadow, including the father of Elsit, and we're able to recover this book of sorcery. It had ruins upon it, the very same type of ruins that were on the anklet from Anklebiter, and contains words of black speech. We wish to know if you have any news of Gandalf, and hope that this book may be of assistance, since the same type of ruins that were in this book may be involved in what ails Gandalf right now.
He is currently at Arthanc in Isengard. I sent a request for him to be transferred up to here to rest when I started having the visions, but I have not received word from the White Wizard about his verdict on this.
The visions?
I had visions of Carn sitting out there in the white. I saw it collapse, and I saw it consumed by a giant sea animal. And as the remains of Carn floated away, I saw the three of you safely seated in the belly of the beast.
How do you read this vision now that you know our story?
That you needed to go there. That this tome holds an important key. As for the belly of the beast, it is a matter of finding from this tome of what belly, of what beast you need to get to.
Are riddle.
Indeed. You must rest, heal yourselves up. You are welcome here in Rivendell, and please take advantage of my hospitality.
I bow my head.
So you guys have a fellowship phase.
What do we do with that?
With your fellowship phase, you can raise your skills by counting the pips that you got when I told you to add pips on the side. You add all of those together, and that's your total advancement points.
I put down 3.
So you have
There are
3.
more, but
So to raise 1 to 2, to get a new skill at 1 is 1 point. To raise 1 to 2 is 2 points. To raise a skill from 2 to 3 points is 3 points.
to raise a skill from 2 points to 3 points is 3 points.
From 2 pips to 3 pips is 3 points.
Okay. Well,
And that's not for your weapon skills. That comes out of your XP.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let me think about it. See how many other people have them.
And you may take a also take a downtime task that you'd like to do, as described here in the fellowship phase. And I will show you the where it starts with undertakings. It describes the different things you may do with your downtime and how it helps you. So when somebody is ready to pick up the narrative of the your fellowship phase, jump right in.
Okay, Ella Brimborn is going to skill wise didn't get a lot of points, but actually I'm going to take a advancement in search. I didn't have a lot of points, but actually I had nothing in search whatsoever. So kind of the explanation for that is searching for the children, learned more from the hilt folk regarding that, looking around at that point. In general, that's how we kind of gain that skill, or know that I needed that skill at a greater amount at this point. So
Did we say we had 200 treasure points out of that last adventure? Is that what that was? I have a note that says 200 TP.
You do, however, it is. You have a feeling it's cursed.
Treasure, yeah.
Okay, all right. So
Yes,
0 TP. Okay. So I can't raise my standing is where I'm headed.
You could.
It could if I had money.
You could spend some cursed treasure.
It might be a double negative there, huh?
Cursed treasure works.
So if you give me your share of the cursed treasure, does that counter it? No, I'm kidding.
Sure. I could just take all the curse, and then you can just have the treasure. Scot free.
So you can gain a new distinction.
So I guess I other than that, if there's other things that I can do the downtime, I would probably try to spend some time in their library or records, learning more about Elven lore. Even though I have skills in that, but
No, the
enriching
Rivendell
myself
book.
more in elven lore and the songs and stuff of Rivendell.
Let's
Stories of Rivendell.
all fire. Trees of decaying.
None of these undertakings really seem applicable right now, honestly.
Things to do in
We-
Rivendell.
We could open a new sanctuary as a group. Make Rivendell our sanctuary, like all three of us.
Yeah.
Does that replace your homeland sanctuary?
No, it does not. It adds to
Okay.
it.
Great.
Huh.
So I mean that's an option. I was thinking if I didn't have anything that really applied, I probably would try to
All
find
three
out
of you
more
would have
information
to
about.
take that undertaking. If
Right.
you
Yeah,
wanted to
fine
do
with
that.
me.
I would be fine with that if
Okay.
you guys want to do that.
And basically, you're spending time with Elrond and with
Elves.
the elves there, all the elves there, getting to know them, and
Getting to know the ways, the little.
you meet Damron, the elven smith, who makes very fine axes, which Thor's very, very excited about. You meet the many of the elf lords, the sons of Elrond, Elladan, and Elrohir. You meet them.
Could meet. I mean, somebody interested could learn singing better or whatever from elven song singers, right?
Well, that would be you
For the
being
next
motivated
time,
by the
really.
song. You think you could write a song as while you're in Rivendell, if you spend another fellowship phase there, and that's
Sing it in front of them like an open mic and have them give polite clapping afterwards, like they do. To
well, the
Bilbo.
song can actually, if you compose it in Elvish, singing.
Oh.
There's a whole mechanic for songs. You can have a song be used as a traveling song to give a bonus to all your travels.
Oh.
You could have it be a battle song, which heartens your company before you go into battle. So, if you do use it in Elvish, you could create a song using or imitating an Elvish mode of composition. The result is a tune or rhyme that is particularly uplifting to everyone who hears it. An Elvish song may be employed twice during each adventuring phase, where other songs may only be used once. And there you go. So basically, if a hero succeeds on your song roll, you get 2 success dice. You get 2 success dice to an inspired companion.
Interesting.
If the number of successes rolled by you as a whole matches or exceeds the number of heroes in the group, then the company gains a temporary fellowship point, usable only during the session. So that's something that you can do in Rivendell if you, but you have to have it as a sanctuary.
Yeah.
Where you're welcome to return since you're on such good terms with Elrond.
Oh. What do you think, lads?
Sounds great. Can't go wrong with song.
I agree.
Shall we turn it into a sanctuary?
Yes, I think so.
This isn't a year end, is it?
We are going to count this as a year end because you were traveled through your year end.
Okay.
This
'Cause
was
I
a
need to go-
winter adventure.
So there's extra stuff that happens.
Yeah, if I don't go back to Erebor, I lose my standing because I don't have enough
You will lose
treasure.
your standing, but if you don't do it, then you don't get this as a sanctuary for the group.
Right, that's what I was trying to say. Is I don't want to lose my standing. I'm at 4. I'd hate to fall back.
Ah.
So I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was year end.
Okay. Then I guess.
No, you can't take the choose Elrond as a new patron.
You can do that. One person specifically can do that.
Then I mean I will I'll write a song in Elven for travel.
You write a travel song for the group. Okay. To compose a song, you need to make a song row. The difficulty for the row is TN 18.
Oh my god.
Or you need to possess the minstrelly trait.
What shall I turn on this?
Nope. I don't have that trait. So we will roll. Eight. I got an 18, straight up 18.
You are successful.
No sixes or anything
Awesome.
like that.
So you write a song that'll go on your song list.
Okay.
When the companions choose to sing the song together, up once per adventuring phase, everybody rolls their song, and if a hero succeeds on his roll, he's inspired until the end of the session. And he may spend his inspiration to add 2 success dice to any one roll.
All right. You'll have to probably remind us of that too, but
No problem.
so I will try, and I am going to try to write it actually in Elvish in our real world. So
Cool.
we'll see.
Thor, tell us about your fellowship phase.
Well, I'm debating, but I guess one question on advancement to the group before I get too far. Healing. What's everybody's healing at now as far as number of skill points?
I have 1 in healing.
Lorith has 1.
Lorith has 1? Okay. So I was debating whether to go to 3 on healing, because since we're in such a small group, it's probably something that we need. Otherwise, I can bump my song to 2.
Which will help you with the travel.
Right. Or I can bump my Inspire to 3, which may help us during battle.
How about your battle skill?
My battle's at 2, and it's favored. So I've struggled getting personality skill groups maxed and the explore, healing, and hunting maxed. So what's everybody's thoughts?
Yeah, I mean healing I guess would be nice.
Lorith stepped out of the room.
Okay.
But if you
See-
want to get benefits from, I mean, I guess I would take the song thing if I'm going to write the song and benefit from that, and we'll try to work on healing at another time. You know what I mean? So you
Yeah, I think that was my question. I only have 2 in courtesy and 2 in riddle and 1 in song, so getting 2 in song might help a little bit. Courtesy always helps a dwarf.
Yeah.
But I can carry that as a weakness. That doesn't bother me.
Right.
So
Oh, I finally got the book for you, George.
oh yeah.
Erebor.
Awesome.
Wow.
Whole book
great.
about Erebor and all the dwarves.
Ah. Yeah, I may have to go down that path. All right. Okay. So I'm going to say that, yeah, during the time in Rivendell, before I departed for Erebor, I spent time trying to pick up some of the song, and then I departed for Erebor. And
How was your travel? You're traveling through the misty mountains in the winter.
so it was very harsh, but I was able to meet up with one of our past characters. Hang on, let me see if I can find his name again. With Frar the Beardless,
Okay.
who helped get me through the old forest, and I was able to then make it on to Erebor and be reunited with Mare, who was very happy to see me, and I was happy to see her. And we worked on our relationship for it was getting a little bit strained, but she was been very faithful to me, and obviously I to her. I wasn't out trying to capture a hill woman.
I went, yeah, and your fellowship companions didn't try to make it so by duping you and making you have to marry a woman.
I did tell her that, all Brimborn, I was trying to support him in his adventures in love, but it was not to be seen. But I'm hoping that if he spends his time in Rivendell, that he was able to further his cause with Lorith, as that was a dream of his. That
work on your aim, because you threw the mud at the wrong guy. You were supposed to throw the mud at me, so I was supposed to lose.
Well, you said you wanted a little bit of help, and we didn't know if Lorith was going to actually make it back to us. So
Right.
opportunities are far and in between when you're an adventurer. So so that's kind of where that had taken us, and I can't really raise my standings. Searching for answers. Let's see. I could go back to my toe ring, but I think that was on hold a little bit, if I recall. Can't write a song. Drumming up support, confer with Saruman. I assume Saruman was not in Erebor during that time.
No, he was not. He was tending to Gandalf at Isengard.
And go see a lore master. I guess I will try and heal my shadow then. I will try to craft something for Mare to show her my sincerity, and hopefully it will brighten my hopes and dash the shadow that has tainted my heart.
What do you craft?
Let's see. She has a belt, and I would say a new. I think I crafted her a bracelet before, if I'm not mistaken. So I would say something of the adventures. So something elvish in make. So maybe something of the moons of Rivendell. I will craft her a pewter moon that she can hang from her family's one of their chambers, their library, or something like that. That will give her thoughts of me during the nights when I'm not with her. How does that sound? Is that romantic enough?
While you were traveling with Frar the Beardless, he was talking again about the Grey Delve and going on and on about that, and petitioning you to talk to King Dane about mounting an expedition to reclaim the Grey Delve.
Okay.
And then he talked about the elf man with Pendrago, the bow that shaved his beard, and cursing that elf who holds that bow. Make a lore roll.
Alright, I think that's a 2 for me. Is it dwarvish in make? Does that matter?
It is not dwarvish in make.
Okay, alright. I have... Nope. I have orc lore. Is it anything with orc?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Here's my roll. I only have a 12. Can I use a
You have
point
heard
of-
the name of this bow before, but you can't remember where.
Okay.
You know the person who has it, but you can't remember for the life of you who has it.
Okay. And it's a cursed bow for dwarves, or cursed?
It's not a
bow
cursed. The person who had it is the person who shaved Frar, which is a grievous offense.
Do I know where the bow is at presently?
You do not. You think it's in Mirkwood, in Thranduil's kingdom, but you don't know who has it.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Laura, tell me about your downtime.
Give me the book again.
Sorry,
It says,
for my craft roll, I rolled 16, 18, 19
So,
for a
because-
craft roll.
even though I know
Or
Elrond, I have not Elrond.
Let me open up to the page about
Okay.
things to do in Rivendell for you.
I know where it is.
Okay.
You know. Okay, I don't know where it is. All right, I thought I had it. Things to do in Rivendell when you're not dead.
Things to do in Rivendell. Here it is. New fellowship phase
Right,
undertakings.
Right. So even though I know Elrond already, I can't make this personal sanctuary.
No, you have to do it as a group.
So, okay, this is completely
You
different
can't-
than what you gave us before.
This is
New fellowship.
new
phase
fellowship things that you can do exclusively in Rivendell.
Okay. Go see a lore master. Open Rivendell. Essentially receive title. Researching lore. Ooh. Researching lore. Receiving title. Friend of Elrond. That could be good. Granted permanently a room on the upper floor of the last homely house.
You would have to do a couple of
More things.
things
Okay,
for him before I
understood.
let you have that one.
What lore masters are here besides Elrond?
You can make them up.
I'm not going to make them up. Normally I would, but you know what? I want to research lore in
Sure.
the House of Elrond.
What do you want to research?
Yep.
I specifically want to know about the Guardian that we killed.
About the Guardian?
Yeah, I want to know about him. I want to know where he came from before, who he was when he was human, what happened. I want to know his personal history, and to know what I'm facing if I face him again, which I have some kind of fateful feeling that I may.
Sure. Angmar. Page 48. You study through, with the help of some of the lore masters, through some dark texts.
Well, they probably have more. They might have some written down lore, but I would think that there would probably be much more lore here in the form of people who know it. You know.
I will try to help Lorith as well, since I have experience like in Elven lore and in Shadow lore too.
The
Now,
shadow
I know I
lore
should
will
probably
definitely help you.
talk,
Yeah, this is definitely.
probably should talk about this out of game, but this was when Lorith was an NPC. Elebrimborn did have his eyes set on romantic relationship with Lorith at one time,
Yeah.
but she seemed to push him off. But now that Thror's out of the picture of ruining his ability, and he has some time with Lorith alone, and being in this beautiful area, he's gonna try to show that he's interested by being very helpful to her, and see if he gets turned down for the date from the prom or not, but nothing serious, but show that he is again interested in Lorith.
Go to it. By the way, Game Master,
Yeah.
what's Sindarin for friend zoned? No. She certainly is not going to make decisions before she knows anything. But you should know that her traits are that she's fierce and secretive. So there.
Right. Well, that was her response before as an NPC, was she was kind of too busy and tied up to have any kind of relationship with me.
Yeah.
Was kind of the message that I got before when she was an NPC. So
Melon is friend,
Yeah.
and land would be door. Friend land. Melon door.
I think it would be Dormelon,
Okay.
but I'm not sure. Because to my shame, as much of a freak as I am for Tolkien, I never bothered to learn any of his languages. To my regret. Now I'm old and it will be very difficult for me to do so. But, whatever. Maybe I
Yep.
will.
So make a lore roll, Elebrimborn, to help her.
Don't I have to make a roll too?
Yep,
Is that
you
it?
do.
What do I roll?
Your lore.
Oh. Oh, I never decided on my thing, by the way.
Your distinctive features.
No, upping one of my skills with my little pips.
Okay. Well, you can do that as part of this.
18.
18. Excellent.
Where is my lore? Okay, so I forget how to do this. Tell me how to do this.
You roll the 12-sided dice plus the number of 6-sided dice equal to the pips that you have in this skill.
Okay. Not bad. Right. So I got 12.
You got 12.
Mm-hmm.
Being in Rivendell, you could, with Elebrimborn's help as well as some of Elrond's assistance. When the Witch King was forced to abandon Carn Dûm following his defeat, the fortress was not fully destroyed, as its foundations were too strong even for the men of the West to shatter. In its deepest recesses, many creatures were allowed to endure, and many dwell there still. Among those wretched shades lurks he who once deemed to be a sorcerer of dark and terrible power, the steward of Carn Dûm. At the time of the Witch Realm, he could be spied on the highest battlements of the black citadel of Carn Dûm, as he gazed down upon the frozen and black realm, casting his auspices at the service of the Witch King. The steward has never left the dungeons of the broken fortress, as he was appointed a task he will never betray. When the Lord of the Nazgul left Karndun to go and fight at the Battle of Fornost, he left the Iron Crown of Angmar in his keeping. Thus the life of the steward was spared the wreck of that defeat, and the crown didn't follow the Witch King in his flight. In the centuries that followed, the steward was slowly consumed by the power residing in the Iron Crown. He became a fell wraith, a weak reflection of his master.
Oh, interesting. Here, another half one.
And that's what you figure out.
The Iron Crown of Angmar, huh?
Mm-hmm. So what skill are you going to raise?
I could raise a couple, but I'm thinking that I might, at this point, raise my battle from 2 to 3.
So that's 6 points.
You said 3.
Okay.
That's what you said. That's why I picked it.
Okay.
I said if you want to raise something from 2 points to 3, it's 3 points.
Yep, you're right.
So I erase these pips.
Erase those pips.
Okay. And add 1 on battle. Yay! I'm a battle ass.
So the winter passes by, and you guys are a little nervous for Thror's travel. As you look at the Misty Mountains, it looks like there is blizzard upon blizzard. You have no idea how the goblins up there are surviving, or if they're surviving. The snow falls heavy even around the valley in which Rivendell lies.
Goblins.
Sorry, I had one other question.
Mm-hmm.
This was probably for the group or in general knowledge. Is it better to raise valor or wisdom? I'm at 3 for each, and I could raise 1 to 4.
It depends on what you want your strength of character to be. What represents you best?
Okay. It's a little bit of both. I've been trying to stay well balanced in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
What part of balance?
Look at the virtues and rewards. See what.
Yeah, there aren't too many of like the cultural virtues or cultural rewards that that probably are that advantageous to me at this point. I was thinking of the masteries. So confidence will add 2 points of hope, which is always good for a dwarf. Or I can go with adding another quality to my Matic to help get it to being a special weapon. So right now I added keen to it already, so it reduced my edge. I'm kind of leaning towards adding the 2 points of hope.
See, I think with my new upped wisdom, I think that part of balance is you go forward in one area at one point, and then in the next time you go forward in another area, because you can't really. There's just never enough points to spread it all out evenly and get somewhere. So I mean, like this time I up my battle, but next time I'll probably do my healing. You know what I mean? Which is low. I thought about doing healing and something else this time. I thought, I think right now I need to get better in battle, and then I can go the other route. But that's just my idea. It don't mean anything.
Yeah.
It ain't
So
no
I think I'm okay right now on my weapon skills. I didn't want to increase my weapon skills any further, at least not for this turn. I'd rather bump up my wisdom or my valor. Just depends on whether we think fear or wits are more important.
What do you think you're going to be facing?
I feel like it could go in either direction. What's everybody's valor and wisdom at? Because I'd want to be stronger in the one that we're weaker in, so that it helps balance the party better. Is everybody?
My valor is currently 2, and my wisdom's 3.
Okay.
Lorith, what's your valor and wisdom?
My valor is 2, my wisdom is 3.
Okay. So maybe I should bump up valor then. Okay. All right. I will.
And Lorith, what's your primary? What's your best skill as far as weapon?
Longsword.
Okay, good. Because mine's bow, so.
Yeah.
And I know Thor is Matic, so
Yeah.
that's good.
Right.
Yeah, balances in the party is not a bad thing.
Okay. So I'm gonna bump up my valor to 4 then, and I'll pick something here. We can continue. I'll figure out
Okay.
which.
In the other section you told us
Qualities.
about, though, in things to do, during the fellowship phase, before specifically Rivendell, it said gain a new trait.
Right. Gain a new distinctive feature.
Right. Do you have to give up one of your old ones to do that?
Nope. You add a new one.
Interesting. No, obviously I already took what I had, but I was thinking about it.
I think distinctive feature you have to switch, but if it's a common skill, you can add it. If you selected wisdom, I think.
Gain new distinctive feature. Player has played his version for a long time, might grow tired. Yeah, you're right. It is a change. Replace an old distinctive feature with a new one.
But if you want to add a new favored common skill, I think you can do that with one of your, with like your boost in masteries, I think.
Okay.
Expertise. Yeah, it's called expertise. If you add expertise, you can set another skill to be favored.
So, this spring eventually comes. Thror returns. And Thror, it is a harrowing journey through the Misty Mountains to get over there. The snow is melting through there, and the rivers are running really, really high. And when you get in there, Elrond is concerned about the state of things. And he calls you all over and says, "My friends, I have a favor to ask of you. This is Gondril. She is one of our best engineers, and I am concerned about this state of the easternmost bridge along the old road, and along the east road. And the last bridge, I'm worried of how it weathered this winter, that it might be damaged by the flooding waters. Would you please accompany her to over to the bridge?"
Of course.
So 3 days of travel. You don't need to roll anything for it. It's all, she's got it all mapped out for you. It's a short trip. You reach the Horwell River, and it's roaring, strong, and fierce. And the last bridge looks untouched by the winter and seems to be doing okay. Does anybody have stone? Do you have stonecraft, dwarves?
No, I have fire making, but
Okay.
which I would.
Bridge
probably
looks good.
Light fire to keep us warm.
Everybody make an awareness roll as you're looking at this bridge.
Okay.
Okay.
Excellent. I got a 17 with a great success.
All right.
Yeah, 16 with great success.
Let's see. I have 12 with a Tengu.
12 with a great success. So everybody gets a great success. So while you're looking in there, you notice a wooden object, and it's not just driftwood, wedged under one of the arches of the bridge, half submerged by the running waters. So it's not possible to determine exactly what it is without getting closer.
Okay, I can't visualize this. Where is it?
It's caught under one of the arches underneath the bridge.
Okay, so somebody needs to get in there, in the water with a rope attached to them and climb up and stuff, right? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying you need to get down there with her. How you do it is up to you guys.
Well, I'll do that. That's no problem.
So you guys,
Can I
feel
explore
comfortable tying a rope?
athletics?
With athletics?
Yeah.
You guys gonna want to tie Lorith off with a rope and have her wade in there?
Tie me off.
Sure.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, make your athletics roll.
All right.
So you see if you can get over to there without getting whisked away in this current.
Yeah, I'll, not wear, shirt, pants, but not my, whatever, cloak. I'll take my cloak off or whatever.
Okay.
Maybe my upper armor. Okay. I got 12.
Oh,
The river is really, really strong and pulling you down. Do you want to spend a point of hope?
Could I use one of those instead?
Would you let Lorith use one of the fellowship points?
Yes.
sure.
Okay. You spend one. That adds your body to score to 12. What do you get?
20.
20. Excellent. So you the river is cold and swift, and there are many points along the bridge where you can safely fasten yourself as you go fishing.
Mm-hmm.
The object proves to be several wooden planks connected by a crossbar. One side of the planks are painted a bright green. Anybody have boating or woodwright?
No.
Lore?
I just
Can I
have
make a lore roll?
trading.
Yeah,
Is there
sure.
anything about trading?
I'll let you take trading.
Oh, I thought
Okay.
you meant lore.
You can do lore too.
So I have a specialty of trading if there's anything on that would be of knowledge.
Well, what you kind of realize is this object hasn't been in the water very long. And it seems to be of dwarven design. Likely a wagon of some sort. Make a riddle roll, everybody.
A riddle?
Riddle.
All right. Yeah, another great success. Very nice. 18 with a great success.
10.
2.
2? You're puzzled about this timberwood and thinking that somebody just threw some junk in there. Thrower, you note that the edges of the wood have been roughly hacked, chopped apart with either an axe or a sword. Did you get any Tengus on that?
I did. 1.
You note notches in the wood that indicate where arrows were retrieved from this piece of wood.
Oh, you mean I've brought it up with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It's been riddled with
I'm down safe base.
arrows. So
It was peppered with arrows, and it was chopped up and thrown in the river.
Okay.
Where it got
No,
washed down to
I
here.
thought that green color was from the algae growth that was growing on that since that board has been down there so long.
No.
said it wasn't in the water for very long.
So
Oh,
some
Yeah.
poor some.
So
poor
are there
party
any
was attacked.
maybe our hunting specialist can look around and see if there's any signs or tracks of anything after we get you out of the water,
Yeah, that's wise. It'll get me warmed up.
and
Anyway.
I'll warm you up with my fire making skills and get the logs going just right so it'll warm you up fast without burning you.
I put her
20.
cloak. I've been holding her cloak dutifully to wrap around her when she comes out of the water.
Nice. I got 4 times. 20.
So you head on up to your hunting. You hunting realized that this was washed down river, so you go north up the river, and you pass the road, go north of the road, and that's where you find evidence that somebody attempted to cover the remains of 2 different sets of wagon tracks that were clearly located beside the camp, along with several pack mules. There are bloodstains on the rocks and some of the bushes around the campfire.
What was it Elrond wanted us to
There seems to be a camp there.
Okay.
Escort the engineer to the bridge so she could look for structural soundness.
Okay. So the engineer's with us?
The engineer is with you.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't leave
All
her
right.
alone. Elrond would be upset with that.
I'll try to search to see if there's any tracks for any creatures or anything that may have dragged the mules away or nothing
Search
like that.
or
Yeah, I'd like
hunting
to
will do.
Search.
Another
Can I
hunt.
search for clues as to origins of the blood, things of that nature?
Sure, do a search.
I'll do another hunting roll. Since
I got a
that's-
Gandalf.
Excellent.
So 13, 14, 15,
19.
16.
Excellent. What'd you get, George?
16 for search.
Okay. You all find tracks that the survivors of the fight headed northwards, deeper into the dense woods of the Troshaws, carrying heavy burdens. Who got a Tengu in this?
I just got straight.
I got a Elebrimor and got a Gandalf.
You got a Gandalf? I'll give you that. One of the people involved in this was a troll.
Oh. Man.
We could smell that a mile away.
So I tell everybody, yeah, there's a
Gondrel says,
signs of trolls.
we have to follow this. We have to see if there are any survivors. We can't leave them to be eaten by trolls.
Agreed. Make haste. Do you want to lead us, Laura, with your hunting skills?
Sure.
Okay.
Another hunting roll.
Make a hunting roll. You need to make 3 hunting rolls. This represents kind of passage of time.
Okay.
Multiple hunts.
Can I offer some
16.
aid in any way with my fire making skills,
16,
making
good.
sure there's good light?
Sure. That'll drop the DC for the second hunt round.
Good. Because that's 12 with a Tengu.
Good. That's a success because of the firelight provided.
Thank you.
Do you have the rumor of the earth virtue?
Yes.
You can declare that and not have to roll this.
Yeah, but I got a Gandalf and a Tengu.
Then you definitely want to make sure you're making marks. You've
Oh,
done
for
rolls
each of
enough
these?
for each success and
Oh,
great
okay.
success on that line. Make a mark along the side, so when you
Oh, right.
get points for leveling up, you definitely, and also you succeeded on your athletics, so you want to make a
So
mark.
What is this on? After hunting, it's on what? Does it matter?
In here, you just for every normal success you get one. For every time you get one Gandalf. Great success, get a Tengu. You get one, and every time you get 2 6s, you get a mark hit.
So I've got 4 successes.
Okay, and also you got a success on your athletics, so put a mark on that line too. So, Lorith is straight lining, and it's the bandits that did this. Once they got a little bit off the road, they really stopped trying to cover their tracks. So Lorith is following quite easily the troll tracks through the Troshaws. In the encampment, you finally get to the encampment, which is located not far from the river between 2 large hillocks in a pretty dense copse of tall beeches and willows, which allows the troll to rest without having to hide deep underground during the day. What do you want to do?
Well, we shouldn't just go straight up. Some of us should stay here, and 1 or 2 of us should go in and quietly scout it out and see what we're facing. Don't you think?
Yes, sneak up.
Well, why don't the 2 elves go, and I'll follow behind.
Have the 2 elves go forward, and you
stay with. Okay.
Do I have another?
That sounds wise. Elves are quiet.
I'll use Azure as the other
Engineer.
as the engineer. Oh, I can't. I already.
Is she well armed?
She
The
is.
engineer?
She's got a sword. Is
she good with the bow? Does she need a bow?
You haven't. She doesn't seem to be an archer.
Okay.
No. That wasn't it.
Go carefully, friends, and hoot twice like a barn owl if you need us to come running.
Alright, so here you are. You make stealth rolls for advancing toward the camp. I get to roll dice.
Yeah, you do. And we want you to roll well this time. Instead of what we usually want you to do.
So what time of day is it?
Oh, crud. It is going on sunset.
Sunset. Then we might want to wait till closer to morning.
We might, but then the captives might be already in the stew pot.
That's true. Okay.
Oh, don't elves have low light eyes or something? So.
Yeah, we should be okay on that. Dwarves and elves.
Yeah, you could just burn down the whole forest around here so the troll gets exposed to light before the sun goes down. Anyways, but I'd probably be against that. So I got a 17 with a tango on my stealth.
All right, you move closer, and you get separated from your companion.
Gondril.
Gondro wandered on. Gondril.
That's a name that sounds like some kind of VD, you know.
You move closer, and the younger bandit lowers his voice and asks, "What happens when Amos gets hungry and his lot is out?" And the troll overhears this and says, "Don't fret, little man. The cap'n have my bones for a stew if I put any of you on the spit. Sides, I like her. I just ate your leg at most." What's that over there? And they see Gondro.
Uh-oh.
She rode an Eye of Sauron.
Oh.
The bandits immediately start moving in that way, going, "Looks like an elf over there. We got something else for your stew pot."
Do I overhear?
Right, I start hooting like a barn owl. Or
Talking loud enough for us to overhear.
You heard the troll's voice, but not the other's voice. Oh, but you did hear the one go, "Hey, it's an elf."
Okay, so I
Okay.
stealthily move up with an arrow notched. So that I can
Moving up big
get
time.
them.
I'm gonna
I say,
follow the
"Shit."
path to Elebrimborn. Can I get up to him or get in front of him?
Not stealthily, but you can run up to him.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to be stealthy. I'm a
Okay.
loud, clanky dwarf.
I'm gonna try to do my opening volley.
Do I see the troll? Can I get it up to the troll or no?
Not on this turn. You can't get up to the troll.
Let me
Okay,
get in
then I'll
shooting
go right
distance.
here.
You
Can
are
Elebrim-
in shooting distance already of one of the bandits.
I am.
Yep.
Can I shoot?
You guys can do opening volleys.
All right.
Oh, okay. Is this a band? These are the guys with hats or bandits?
Yep, the guys with the hats are
Oh, okay.
bandits.
Then I would have engaged with him and tried to swing at him whenever I can.
All right.
Can Elebrimorn see the troll?
Yep, you can see the troll.
All right, I'm gonna do a called shot on him.
All right.
Cool.
Oh, he got a Gandalf and a Tengu.
Awesome.
That's a piercing blow, I reckon. Amos is ruthless
Yeah,
bandits.
that's 27.
I guess I need to open the other book over. Trolls. Spiders.
Garrett's been painting spiders.
Yeah, I've been painting the spiders you sent me, Mike,
Oh,
to
sweet.
make the Mirkwood spiders. That's the hill troll. That's a piercing blow. What's his armor? His armor is 3D.
Sort of weird to be trying to kill a troll in this game when I'm a troll in another game.
9, 10, 11, 12, 14.
All right. Is what his
That was what he rolled for his armor. What is your edge? What's your protection?
my edge is 10.
Okay. So he needed to get over a 10 in order to succeed. So he got a 14.
Okay.
You mean an injury? Should he check injury?
That he just did.
Awesome.
He got a
Okay.
14. So roll he still suffers damage plus body.
All right, so that would be 10.
10 points of damage. Ill troll. Okay. Aye, what's that arrow doing in my butt?
So
I didn't reckon putting it there. You get Lorith, you get an opening shot. You
Right.
want to?
yeah, I had my bow out. I don't know the difference. Like the battle skill, what's that for? Is that only in a big battle?
No, we'll do that after
Okay.
we do opening volleys.
Okay, all right. So what I'm saying,
And I'm
is
gonna roll my
should I
extra
just
shot
roll my
too, because
bow?
I get that like
Roll your
extra
bow.
shot and
So I don't-
opening volley, so
Right.
I'll roll that as well.
Okay.
Are you shooting at the troll or shooting at the bandits who are coming up on
Who do I have a shot on?
the bandits?
Then I'm shooting at the bandits.
Okay.
And I got a Gandalf and 5 apart from that.
And off, so that's a success. Their armor. Ooh, I think you have a much better chance than Mike did on that. Yeah. 15. He did plus 1, so 15, 16 for his edge versus your edge. What's the edge say on your sword?
Edge or injury?
It's not sword, it's my bow.
I mean your bow, I'm sorry.
Okay. I had a Gandalf
Right.
plus 5.
Your injury is 14, he got a 16.
Okay.
He lucked out.
Okay, so I wondered what that... You said edge.
Right. So what's the damage?
The damage is 5.
And did you get a 6 on the die? A 6 on any of the 2 6-sided dice?
No.
Okay, so 10 damage against him. That arrow lodged in his in his side, and is causing him quite a bit of pain, but he's still up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm not worrying about
And then I'm using my I use my woodland bow, so I get an additional volley, like an opening volley. So I got a on that shot I got a 17 with a Tengu.
On the troll?
Yeah, so he'll have to do
Nice.
another protection test.
Nice. That's impressive.
Well, my bow's pretty high skill, so I've been taking stuff to try to get, try to do called shots and wounds. Problem is if you don't get a Tengu, then
Yeah.
then you totally miss.
Yeah.
But
Called shots are tough.
He got an 11.
oh, good.
That's a wound.
Nice.
Well, my edge is still 10, right? If we're comparing to edge.
Uh,
No, I
No,
think you
we're going to
compare
injury.
Yeah.
Oh, to injury. Okay, injury is a 14. Okay.
so
Okay,
that's
you go to
so
injury
you've
versus-
helped
versus
us.
the armor. Is
Yeah.
that it? Okay, I get it now.
If you get edge on the die, on your 12-sided die, then you force him to make a protection test.
Okay.
And then injury is what he has to roll.
Okay.
So he suffers a serious wound and is in quite a bit of pain. Everybody roll for your battle die to try to figure out how to use this terrain to your benefit.
Okay.
Uh, 15.
15.
Gandalf on my 12-sider.
Excellent. That's
A 6 with the Tengu.
19 with the Tengu.
2. Okay.
up to 3.
This is what I got.
Okay. So that gets you up to. That gives you 2 boat die. George, what did you get?
19 with the Tengu.
So that's 2 more dice. So you guys have 5 dice to spend. 5 battle dice to spend in this combat.
Beautiful. So use as many as you like to take that troll down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring him down.
Yeah, bring him down.
So what stances does everybody want to take?
Ella Brimborn would take Rearwood.
How aggressive you want to be?
I think I'll take open stance.
Open. Okay.
So the guys we're fighting, are they in armor or
They're got a little bit of leather armor, but not much. Just like a little
Leather?
leather shirt.
The troll doesn't need it because he's.
I'm gonna go
The troll's the troll.
defense this first round.
Defensive.
Yeah, first round.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Lorith, you are first. You want to run up to the nearest guy?
No, I'm gonna shoot him again with an arrow.
You can't.
I can't. Okay, I'm too close.
No, you can only have one person in rearward for if you have to have 2 people fighting melee
Okay,
to
I
have
don't know
one
why
person.
rearward and
Yeah.
and bow. So that's you can explain
Right.
that later. Okay. Yeah, I'll run up and use my sword on guy that I hit before. If he's in
Okay,
range.
you run up to him.
I got 12 with a Tengu on one of the 6-sided.
12 with the Tengu. You're fighting. So that's 9.
My edge is 10.
Plus his parry is 4, 13. What was your total?
12 with a Tengu.
You just missed.
Ah.
That armor actually helped him out right there. You run up in there. That brings us to defensive. That's Thror.
Okay, and I'll attack. Guy in front of me. And I got a Gandalf, but no Tengus. So I do a damage of
Start rolling these two together.
10 now. 10 damage.
And for his protection test, he rolled a Gandalf, which is like you rolling an Eye of Sauron. So you completely cut him in half. You smash his ribs horribly, and he falls into the tent, a bloody mess, and dies.
Yay.
Guess it was good to add Grievous to my Matic.
That brings us to Glorndo, who falls back to you guys and tries to help Lorith. She
I'm glad
rolls.
she had the brains to fall back. That's good.
She is young, 450 years young, but 9, 15, 5, 20. That hits with body, so that's 7 plus her body attribute is 5. So it's 12 points of damage. That kills this guy.
So, how many more bandits are there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bandits
Left.
plus 9 bandits left plus the captain and the troll.
Yowza. That's a lot of bandits.
Yep.
Wow. Okay, well.
Well, you saw how fast they fall down too.
Yeah.
And rearward, Elbrimborn.
All right, I'm going to shoot the troll again. Called shot, and I'm using one of the battle dice.
Absolutely.
You can use 2, can't you?
No, just 1.
Trying.
Well, yeah, that would give me six siders. That would definitely 1 in 6 chance of getting a Tengu.
Just, making sure our odds are as best as possible.
Ah, damn it! No Tengu. I miss.
Okay.
Can you re-roll?
No, there's
No.
no.
Okay.
Arrow goes
I
flying.
don't miss that often, so.
He lifted his arm up, and the smell wafted over to you, and you
You retched a
retched
little
as you released the arrow.
Right.
So, never mind.
These guys run over to here. This guy goes over to here. So and company moves forward.
Wow.
Like this, around this way. Yep, that's all of them. So that's one who's on your elf companion. Roofless warriors. They use their sword. 6, 8, 11, not gonna hit. Other goes after Lorith. 7, 9's not going to hit. 1 goes after Thror, swinging his sword. 6, 9, 13. What's your parry?
I'm in defensive mode, and my parry is
so
a 5.
there's no way it's going to hit you.
Yeah.
The captain calls on out to everybody with commanding voice. Restore 1 point. Doesn't need to do that yet. He has no quarter. He's going to move, you see, up this way. The troll does not like the arrows being shot at him and moves up to Elebrimborn.
Uh-oh.
He just gets there on this time. He doesn't get to act.
Okay.
As he's wounded with an arrow sticking out of him, which has made him limp and has made him shove this guy over to this way and shove the into over to here, to which you see a sack over here start kicking.
Over where? Who is it?
The other side of the tent from where you're at.
I don't know where I'm at because I can't see.
You're on the far side of the camp's tent, and at the other end of this tent is where it's camping, where it's kicking, so you can't even see it.
Between us?
A tent, an empty tent is between you. And there's a bunch of bandits heading around the tent.
Towards us.
Yep, they're
towards the sack.
They're running towards you.
Okay.
Some of them are passing this. One of them the captain got knocked into the sack by the troll as he shoved his way to get to Elebrimborn.
Okay.
Declare your stances.
Rearward.
Staying defensive.
I want to say to Gondril, we should go around this way, not towards the people, but away towards the sack to free the captives. They may be helpful, and take down the captain, which may help send some of these others, dishearten his crew. So would that be a forward stance that we take, or would that be an open stance?
If you want to do an open charge, almost a suicide charge, that would be forward.
Mm-hmm.
For balls out, screaming like Aragorn running to the gates of Mordor. Or open is fighting, more Aragorn fighting along the Anduin River.
Yeah, I think that's more what I'm talking about, because we're trying to do something.
So
we're fighting on along the way if we need to, and fighting the captain who may be down still for all we know when we get to him, or maybe just getting up. But our purpose is to increase our numbers by freeing the captives and possibly taking down the captain to dishearten his. So does she agree this is a
She
plan?
agrees. She says, you know what you're doing.
Okay, that's my plan.
Okay, so Lorith, you're first in open.
Okay. I proceed.
There is a guy right in front of you blocking your way.
Well, only got an 8.
Got an 8. You needed a 13.
Can't reroll it with anything.
You can spend a point of hope to add your body to it.
I'll do it. That gives me 20.
Gives you 20?
Oh no, it gives me 16.
16, that's good enough. Did you get any 6s on your roll?
No.
Nope, so it just does your damage.
Okay.
Which is?
7.
7, that takes away half his points. as you pierce him with your sword.
And can I keep moving a little or no?
You can circle him a little bit, but you can't really get away from him.
Right.
Then that brings us to Thror.
All right. Can I move north 1 square and swing at the troll?
Sure.
Yeah, I was
All
hoping
right.
you'd help Ella Brimbor while we're going to get the...
I
Sorry,
will use
Love
one of our extra dice.
You want to use one of the extra dice? That sounds like a good use of it.
Yes, it does.
We're trying to leave you out in the cold. We're just trying to make it better overall.
Great. So I hit edge, and
Cool.
that's 14, 10, 25 with
Wow.
no Tengus.
We had to roll back.
4, 8, plus 5, 13. What's your injury?
18.
Guess what? How do you
Yeah.
want to do this?
Oh, I come sweeping across and
Land him on Ella Brimbor.
I basically bury the tip of my mattock into his chest, into his heart. And when I rip it out, the blood comes pouring forth all over everybody in front of us.
This guy slips on the blood and goes over this square, and everybody is stunned, shocked.
I scream out of turn. That one was mine. I softened that one up. I sprung the hole in it.
That still counts as just
Yeah.
one.
The
Sound
captain
plus side.
says,
When that thing's dropping, Ella Brimborn's looking to jump up along its back of it, like run up on it.
Ella Brimworm runs up the back of it. That's no problem.
As it drops, he's trying to, jump up on it. So
You do so. You come down on this side. Are you going to put an arrow into this guy over here?
I'm going to try to do... Can I do that? Well, I was going to try to do like an awe roll.
Oh, you definitely can do an R roll.
To try to scare these other guys. I just got the bow and I'm pointing it all over the place and just maybe do an awe roll against all these guys.
So
Sure.
you have to be in forward stance, I think, to do that, right?
Yeah, I know, but so I'm not really. I'm in.
I'm
rear.
gonna let you do it because of the circumstance.
Now the bad news is I don't know if I should be doing this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So because I only got one in awe.
That's why I said I got my helm of awe. If you wanna, it's up to you.
Well, I already said I was gonna.
Yep. No, you're good. You're good.
It's kind of a waste of a turn.
I'd use one of the dice then.
Kind of a waste. Yeah, I'll take one of the battle dice. Kind of a
Take
waste of
one?
a turn,
Okay.
but I'll try it.
That's all right.
No, if it takes
Yeah,
away
it
some
works.
of their...
It works.
Some of their, yeah.
Yeah, if it works, it works, and if not, then
Yeah.
it'll prove that you actually killed the troll and I didn't. So, so that is 9.
That is a 9. Do you want to spend a
What's
point
your-
of hope?
Will that get you up?
Yes.
What's that bring you up to?
What do I add?
That adds your body to it.
Oh, okay. So that'd be a 14.
14 is a success. That takes away a point of hate for this guy, a point of hate for this guy, a point of hate for this guy, but not the captain.
All right.
So 3 guys you took away points of hate for
Let's
them.
face it, the captain loses nothing by not having. Well, he loses a sort of a partner for the with the troll, but he also loses having to worry about the troll. I mean,
She's going to fight over...
Gondrel? Yeah.
Gondrel's going to...
Is she gonna do our plan? Is she gonna take down the guy that was between me and
Yep.
in that?
Well,
And
she's going to. Well, there's another guy right next to her
Oh, okay.
that she's going to go after.
okay. And then we're still gonna keep to our plan.
Which is closer to her being
Right.
on the path.
I get it.
8, 12, 13. She misses. Okay. That guy is going to swing at Gondro. 6, 12, 13. Misses. Because she's fighting defensive. Guy's going... Bandit comes swinging at Lorith.
There's an open space.
12, 13. What's your parry?
What is my parry? Hang on while I find it. Blah blah blah.
It's along the right-hand column.
4.
13 just hits you.
Nah.
And what's his weapon?
You remember I'm in open, right?
Yep, sword that deals 7 points of damage to you.
Minus my armor?
Nope, not minus your armor. Just takes 7 points from you.
Alright. Okay.
This guy goes after Thror with his sword. Nope, 5 is certainly not going to do it. The captain comes up to meet Celebrimbor and says, "You might have bested Amos, but you're not gonna best Captain Cyron, that's for sure."
Where to put this?
And he goes to attack you with his sword.
Does that 7 come off my endurance?
Off your endurance.
Okay.
4, 10, 11, plus 3 is 14. And you are in defensive, so nope. You managed to parry Captain Cyron.
Good.
The guys that you intimidated don't get to go. This guy is going to run on around on his turn. These guys are going to run to block the others. So they move around closer to Lorith and Gondro. Anybody want to change stances?
Celebrimbor will draw his sword, and but he'll go to he'll be in defensive.
Okay. So
Did,
there
did
you
all,
can.
did all of our folks go in the last round?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to drop to rearward and fight with bow and arrow? You can fight because Celebrimbor's going to in the melee, so you can.
Well, it's not really practical with my plan to do that.
Okay, I'm just giving you the option.
No.
So Lorith, you are first.
Okay.
You can go full on, like, sniper mode, running and sniping.
Cool. Pick them off. So I don't have anybody right on me.
You
right
have
now,
a guy
or
still right
still
on
have
you.
a guy okay. Well, I'll still.
Guy who hits you.
Okay. That is 17 with the Tengu.
17 with the Tengu is a great hit. At what is your damage plus your body?
That would be 15.
15, more than enough. You swing with your sword and chop one of his legs off, and he falls down into the snow.
Good. And can I move a little now towards
And
the
you can
captives?
move. There are
People,
Gondro has got 3 guys to deal with. You can run a long way around a tent and avoid them, or you can help her
I'll
out.
help her.
So you go get into the middle of things into there. You run around as far as you
Yeah.
can without abandoning her.
Yeah. Okay.
That was Lorith. So Thror.
Okay. I will I am in full battle lust now, so I am going to shout at the one in front of me and curse him, and then I will swing my mattock at him. So I got a Tengu, no edge though, so that's 19 and 3, 22 with the Tengu.
22 with the Tengu, damage plus body.
So that is 10 plus body is 16.
16, you manage to swing and you crack his skull and he drops.
Great. So after that swing, I'd like to move if I can and advance over the troll to be beside Elebrimborn.
Against Lord Siren, okay.
And I will yell at all of them to come to me.
I don't think you have a problem with that happening right there. Elebrimborn, you're next.
I'm going to use one of the battle dice and swing my longsword two-handed against Lord Siren.
Cool.
Go.
That will be 14 with a Tengu.
14 with the Tango. You want to spend a point of hope?
Sure.
Okay, that'll get it up there. You needed a 17. So
All right, so no edge,
damage,
so
damage plus body.
13.
13 is... Ow. That one hurt him. You drive your sword and cut him in the side, and you see blood beginning to run down his leg into the snow.
Fall to your knees, villain, or become just like Amos, lying still on the ground.
I give you no quarter, maggot.
Well, then you will become of the earth, just like the troll. You'll become food for worms.
Are these bandits human or?
They're
goblins?
human bandits.
Okay. They speak like goblins. Okay. Just asking.
They've been hanging around goblins a bit too much.
Yeah, apparently.
Gondrel goes. Her stats and stuff is all like
Gondrel.
4 pages
Is
back.
it Gondrel or Gondrel?
Gondrel.
Gondrel. Like Mandrill.
Yes.
Okay.
10, 14. 2 hits. Nope, that misses. She'll spend a point of hope in order to hit this guy.
She really should. She's gonna need it.
And brings it down to 7. And that is that. The group that's over there, the guy that she just hit, swings back at her. Take this, pointy-eared wench. 14, not gonna hit her. Another guy is like, see if you can take 2 humans. And 6, 12, 14. Still, she's able to handle off, parrying from 2 of these bandits.
Does she not have any elven battle shouts capabilities?
No.
She doesn't. Does she have any, heartening gestures you could make for everybody? Heartening laugh or, something.
No,
along
she's
those lines?
an
Elven
engineer.
mystic.
This is an engineer.
So she's just a nerd, basically.
Yeah.
She's the elven version of a nerd.
Yeah. She's
She
got.
lives in the basement, doesn't really sing.
Yeah. She builds bridges. She does a great job building bridges. That's why you were asked to escort her.
Yeah. Okay.
And she's only 435 years old.
Okay.
Other guy goes to attack you.
It's not she's come of age, okay?
Mm-hmm.
As elves go.
And they miss you. Meanwhile, back up here, Ella Brimworm, these two guys move in to attack you.
She's never been to Valinor, huh?
Nope.
Well, they could be said of better folk as well.
16, 19 to hit you.
That'll be exactly.
7 points of damage off of your endurance. Another guy comes in to strike at you and goes, "We're going to have elves in the pot tonight."
That's disgusting.
17 to hit.
That will miss.
Okay.
Right, because I use my
These bandits are
my
cannibals?
TN plus my parry.
No, but they've been eating dwarves and things.
Well, that's cannibalism.
Yeah.
Okay.
They've been eating what the troll makes.
Oh. Oh.
It's like eating the brown at King's Landing. So
This one runs over to Thror and swings at him.
A long pig, huh?
15 to hit you.
We're all named.
That misses. I'm in defensive.
Okay, and the captain Lord Siren goes after you
Okay.
and goes, "Looks like we have another dwarf. Why won't you don't go where you belong? Tied up in a bag."
Well, thanks for the info.
And he rolls a Gandalf, so he
Ooh.
drops his sword
Awesome.
as he trips on troll meat.
Okay.
Anybody want to change stances?
I'll stay the same.
I think I'm going to go into forward stance now so I can be a little even more effective.
Okay. You are first as you go berserker mode.
Okay. Is there anybody left on
There are 3 guys still on
Gondrel?
on Gondrel.
So I can't really go berserker. I can only hit one of them. Is that right?
That's right, but you can have a better chance of taking one out.
Okay.
You want to go after the wounded one?
Yeah. That is 16.
16 is going to definitely hit. What is the damage?
7.
7? Hey, guess how many hit points he had left?
Ah.
He drops in the snow as you clunk halfway through his head with your sword. That was open stance with Lorith.
That was forward stance.
Forward stance with Lorith. Thror.
You're in defensive as well, Ella Brimborn, correct?
Yes.
Do you mind if Ella Brimborn goes first? I'll give him a chance to take the captain out.
Yep.
All right. So I swing two-handed at the captain across his chest.
Gonna use that point. There's one left.
Yeah, I didn't do it. So there'll still be one left. I totally miss him. So I got an 8.
You got an 8. You're slipping a little bit on troll meat. Thror.
Okay, so I chuckle at the human and at his dropped weapon and said, puny human, you really know who you're dealing with. And I'll go ahead and take a swing at him.
Okay.
Get to the door.
And I got a Tengu. Did not hit edge, though. So 16, 18, 19 to hit. Does 19 hit? If not, I will use a point of hope.
You hit.
Okay.
Body plus damage.
Okay, is 16.
Tell me how he dies.
That's easy. he was reaching down to try and grab his sword, and I just thrust the mattock straight up into his skull. And he basically gets thrown backward 5 feet and lands on his back with a smashed skull.
Down he drops.
And I go, Captain Obvious. Now you know my mattock.
I softened that one up for you too.
You do. Thank you for teeing him up for me. I appreciate that.
I caught him off guard.
13. She misses by 1.
Why didn't she use a point?
Because she has very limited points.
I meant a battle point.
Because there's only one left. She'd rather she's not part of the fellowship.
Yeah. Okay.
Anybody want to change? Oh yeah, the bad guys should get a chance to go.
Yeah.
One goes against you, Lorith. $15 hits you. You take 7 points of damage.
Armor piercing?
It's not armor piercing.
Okay.
You,
I get it.
you just lose 7 points. You lose 7 points of endurance.
Okay.
Other one goes after Gondrel. Eye of Sauron.
Oh.
It's a piercing blow. She has to roll her defense.
No.
14. She makes it, but she takes damage. And she's not looking good as she gets stabbed, as the sword is run through her. Let's see. This guy goes after Thrower. Six, 9, 5, 14. 14's not going to get you.
Mm-mm.
2 guys are on Ella Brimborn. 14's not going to get you. 10's not going to get you. As they're clanking, you're parrying the swords as they're trying to get an advantageous position to pin you in next to this fallen lump of meat that was the feared troll. Anybody want to change stances?
Nope.
How many are there
Not
left
good.
of them?
There are 2 on you and Gondrel, and there is 1, 2, 3 on Thrower and Ella Brimborn.
Yeah.
So, Lorith, you are first.
Closest one.
Yep.
Or the one who hit me.
Sure.
I got a Gandalf. And 3.
Gandalf's an automatic success. What's your damage?
7.
7. That takes half his hit points away. That brings us on up to Thor.
Okay. I will hit the one that is in front of Ella Brimborn. And a Eye of Sauron.
Ooh.
Not good.
Triggers a called
did-
shot for the next attack.
I did roll a Tengu, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ella Brimborn?
I'll swing at the guy that Thor just tried to hit. Is there still a battle dice left?
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
All right, I'll use the last one. Um, 20.
20?
20
that-
yeah.
and you got a Tengu?
Yes.
Cool. That hits body plus damage.
So 13.
You slam
this.
that guy right into a tent pole. The tent pole cracks a little bit, and you see that he's not just got hit by the impact of your sword, but he got impaled a little bit on the tent pole. And blood's coming from his mouth, but he's still standing. Gondro. She attacks the injured guy. Let's try to get rid of him. 7, 9, 2 is 11. She burns a point of hope to hit and get rid of this guy.
Excellent.
And she looks at you and says, "I've got this one. Move forward." Anybody want to change stances?
Nope.
Lorith, it's up to you.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to the dwarves and free them.
You run to the sack and start freeing dwarves.
I free them and free
There
them.
are 2 dwarves.
2 dwarves. I cut their bonds.
You can free
Do they-
one of them on this
Okay,
turn.
Do they appear wounded?
They
greatly,
appear
or
quite injured.
quite injured.
They are not in fighting mode.
Yeah. Well, at least they're free out of a sack.
One of them is.
Well, one of them is. They will be.
Okay, Laura set one free. Thrower.
All right, I will hit the same one that I tried to hit before.
Yeah. One
Or
second.
do you want to take him out of Alabrimborn?
Oh, that's fine.
One second. I say,
My name is Ginnar.
get out. I'm Laura. We followed your trail and we are in the process of freeing you. Give us another few moments to take these bandits down.
Few minutes. That sounds like it's gonna take a long time. Do what you gotta do. Better than the sack. Thrower.
So I rolled a 20 with a Tengu. I did not hit edge, so they would have gotten 16.
Okay. 20 with the Tengu. That hits 16 points of damage. Are you going against the injured one?
Yep. Trying to take him out.
Okay. He had 1 point left, and you smash him. You in the spine. You hear the spinal column crack in half, and he drops into the tent.
That would be kind of a wet.
And
Well, at least he's
Brimborn.
not feeling pain anymore.
I'm a frustrated
I
Foley artist.
turn around and swing at this guy
Okay.
with the sword. And I roll Iasoron.
I have Sauron, so...
Oh, no, it's 3. Sorry.
That was a 3.
Yeah, sorry, it wasn't Iasoron. So
Mm-hmm.
14.
14. Let's see. And you're fighting defensive, so that misses. Gondro swings. Yeah, we'll get your tablet set up so that you try it.
Yeah. That would be
7,
helpful.
12, 13.
It still won't be visual, but it's fine.
She is not. She has spends her last point of hope. She is now miserable.
Uh-oh.
And I have Sauron will basically push her over the edge into madness.
No. Well, hopefully she won't have that happening.
Anybody want to end the bad guys go? Bad guy
Can I
attacks.
give her a point of hope?
Nope.
Hey,
She hasn't.
can you sing a heartening song in Elvish or anything?
Yeah. Try.
He swings. She parries. 2 guys on Ella Brimborn. Gandalf symbol. He gets shoved back by his buddy as he can't get past the troll to get close enough to Ella Brimborn. 5. he gets bounced off his buddy, so that he has no shot at getting anywhere near you guys.
Plus, he knows he just lost his kitchen crew.
So, anybody want to change stances?
Probably open stance while I'm cutting free the dwarves seems better.
Okay.
Doesn't it? Or should I pick rearward?
No, I think you're good with open.
Right. Okay.
If I sing, I'm only going to help basically recover lost endurance. It's not going to help their hope, anyone's hope.
So you
lost endurance wouldn't be bad. I'm down.
You go over and cut out the other buddy.
Then I'll do open stance. I'll do open stance.
You do open stance, okay.
Okay, so he can do his first.
You go, Oi, I'm Anar.
Anar, Lorith.
Good to meet you, Lorith.
You're not able to fight, are you? Don't strain yourselves.
I can fight, and he stands up and you see some horrible injuries in mangled legs and he collapses in the snow.
Just rest.
Just give me a minute.
Just rescue. Can I do...
I'll bite his head off.
Can I do healing since I didn't have to travel?
Sure, you can do some healing.
I mean, I might not be able to do much, but I'll do what I can. I only have one thing for healing, so... come on, baby. This isn't gonna be good. Okay, I got 5.
You got 5. You're not sure how to take care of a shattered leg that it's been broken in that many places.
Oh, just don't say that. It doesn't have to be leg, right?
Ella Brimborn.
All right, I'm gonna use my action to sing and try to help people to recover endurance, and I'm gonna sing the brave blood of the Brandy Bucks.
So how many points do they get back?
Well, I gotta succeed first, but
okay.
So I rolled, with a great success. I got a Tengu, so my total was 18, and a great success means that 3 points of endurance get recovered for my allies.
Okay.
Does that include the dwarves now that they're...
The dwarves are not at hit points. He tried to fight, but he's not. But they're not in condition to fight.
No, but he tried. He's an
did
ally.
try.
He's an ally, is what I'm saying.
He is an ally,
So
and
then
it improves their condition.
Good. No one ever said I couldn't argue.
Mm-hmm.
My mother might say I do it too much.
So the song's about Bethany.
It's about what?
About Bethany.
Our
One of our former PCs.
Oh.
Thror.
Right.
Okay. I will swing away at the one just north of Ella Brimborn.
Oh, you never know. Maybe it will.
And the Tengu, that's at 12, 16, 17, 20 with extraordinary success.
Whoa. 2 times your body plus damage.
Okay, so that's 12 and 10, 22.
22. You swing away right at his face, and his head spins around 180 degrees, and he drops dead.
I don't know why I'm smiling about all this death, but
Because it's fun.
Gondro swings. Come on, Gondro. 7, 13, 15. She hits.
Yay. She shoots.
And kills the last of her enemies.
Yay.
And she drops her sword and falls to her knees in the snow and puts her hands through her hair like this and just stares into the snow, breathing deeply. Her eyes not focusing on anything.
I call to her, The captives are free.
That brings us back around. Anybody want to change stand? Oh, the bad guy gets to go.
Oh.
One guy
Maybe
left,
the
runs
other
after
captives are
Elebrimborn.
I guess.
I'm gonna open stance, easier to hit.
9, 10, 11, 12. What's your parry is more than 2, right?
7.
So yeah,
Oh, nice.
you easily block him as he comes running at you. Anyone want to change stances?
Well,
I'll
who's
stay.
left?
I'll stay open.
Just this guy.
I'll stay open.
Okay. Who has the higher wits, Elebrimborn or Lorith?
I have 3. Wits?
I have a 5.
I have 3 for wits. Favored is 6. It's not
Okay.
favored, right?
No.
Isn't it? Okay.
So Elebrimborn goes first.
All right. I swing at him, and that will be a 17 with a great success.
All right. It's damage plus body.
So that'll be 12.
12. You swing him with the sword, and you slice open his belly, and his hands are shaking, but he's still holding his feet, which shows his legs are quivering a bit. That brings us to Lorith.
Laura, finish these cannibals off.
Is he close enough for me to...
You can run up to him.
Or can I shoot an arrow without...
You could change stance to rearward if you want to fire an arrow.
No, I'll run up to him and hit him.
Okay, you run up to him.
I got 12 with the Tengu.
12 with the Tengu. What stance are you in?
Open.
Wanted to spend a point of hope?
Okay.
Okay, you hit automatically. You're off by 1.
Okay.
And
Or don't worry about it. I
body-
wouldn't waste a
body
hope.
plus damage.
Body plus damage, so that's 15.
15, and that's more than enough. You drop the last of them.
Okay. I call to Gondrel and I say, Gondrel, have you any healing skills?
So she shakes her head and goes, No,
I do.
I don't.
Yeah, I have my newly acquired healing skills from the elves,
The dwarves are sore wounded.
so I will attempt to.
You
Heal
guys
the
can
dwarf?
rest for a second and take a deep breath. And first of all, you get equal to your heart back in endurance. You get enough endurance points equal to your heart score back.
Okay. Oh, good.
Okay, I wasn't. I didn't require a rest, so I'll help the dwarves.
Okay, you help the dwarves.
Should have got 3 back from me in middle of the combat if you lost any.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay,
Well,
very
that's
good.
Low between him and that. I'm only
I know.
5.
So I got 20 on my heal
Oh, nice.
for
Excellent.
the first dwarf with the shattered leg or whoever's closest to me,
Yeah.
Do that. He seems the worst. Worse off.
and then I'll.
He'll be with a cane, be able to travel.
Okay, then I'll move to the second guy. Try him.
Shall I search around for one?
And a 9, another Tengu. So that's 10, 9, 12, 22 this time.
22, and you take care of... they were poking him a little bit with spears, so there are a lot of holes in his side and in his back.
Does he need other help? I've got still
But
my mind.
you have done what you can to stitch
the
up
wounds.
bind the wounds.
Okay. And
Looks like Gondro, after rest, has gotten back up to full health.
Good.
all right.
I'm
And
only
I'm gonna
5 down.
craft a. Do I need to heal anybody else?
Well, I'm 5 down, so if you want to heal me, I wouldn't mind. You don't need any.
Well, are you wounded? That's really
No,
the
I'm
way
not
to
wounded.
heal.
I just
Okay.
am 5 down in endurance, so I didn't take a wound as
Okay.
far as I know.
I don't think healing addresses endurance, does
No.
it?
Okay. So
Okay.
so
But I will craft a crutches for the dwarf. That's okay.
that'll be good.
The dwarves present themselves. Einar and Vidar,
And
at
I
your
got a
service.
I got a great success, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to
So-
explore the camp and see what I can find. That
Will
might be of
help on
value
my
or
skill
help
points.
in
Okay.
any kind of information.
Make a
Explore.
explore roll.
And while I'm healing the dwarves and everything, I ask them
You
about.
find
you know,
inside a tent another sack squirming.
Okay. And I open it.
It's a female dwarf. She goes, thank you so much. Thank you for getting me out of there.
Where are
What
you
is
from?
your name?
My name is Ginnar. Is my father okay? Did they eat my father?
What's your father's name?
Vidar.
What's your father's name?
No, he's okay.
Thank you. Thank
He's
goodness.
one of the other dwarfs, right? He's the wounded one, the really
Mhm.
wounded one.
So what were the three dwarves' names again? Ginar?
Aina.
Einar, Vidar, and
Ginnar.
Ginnar.
Ugh.
Ginar.
Oy.
Ginar.
Again, with the venereal disease sounding names.
They tell you our caravan was attacked at night as we camped along the east road.
Oh,
We were ambushed by bandits, several stone trolls, and something else. They claim that the attack was led by a horrifying figure, a massive ogre, right out of old legends. Their leader, I've never seen anything like him. Big, fast, nothing so massive as the right to move so quickly. Like one of the great mountain bears. He bore a wicked notched sword. It was huge. He cut poor Narvi in half with a single stroke. One of the bandits called him Captain. I've never seen anything like him. Vidar adds on to his brother's words, it was like to an ogre from the old tales. And he spoke the black speech. And Ginnar adds, his voice, to the end of my days, I will hear that voice, like fear given breath. And there was someone with him, something else that kept to the shadows. They were in a rush when they left the following day. Several of the men spoke together about still having to go to the cold fells and being behind schedule.
this is helpful information.
Mm.
And you may hear that voice. But I warn you that that is the power of those from that land sometimes. And those kind of spirits. Ignore
guess we should-
whatever that voice says. Use all your will to know that what they're saying isn't true. You are free from them. You need not bear that kind of slavery. Resist with all your might and fill your mind with the good things and with your good memories.
Thank you,
Banish
ma'am,
that memory.
Ginnar says. So what else do you want to do here?
Well, we want to look and is there anything else of value here? You know, swords, booty, whatever, loot.
Well, you haven't looked in the troll cave.
No, yeah, that's what I'm.
The troll cave smells very bad.
Yeah, I imagine so.
And in a side alcove sits a number of large clay pots holding a mishmash of gold and silver coins. along with a few bright gems and a series of dwarven rune-stamped gold ingots. It is worth 50 treasure.
Well, some of it probably belongs to the dwarves, right?
A good 40 of which was stolen from the dwarven prisoners.
So we have to give that back.
Make a riddle roll, everybody.
Oh, riddle.
Gandalf.
I got a
6.
Gandalf. And a 2.
Okay. Ella Brimborn?
6.
Okay, you don't see this, but Thror and Lorif do. That there seems to be spaces on the ground where a number of clay pots are missing. Smooth spaces in the dirt that have been recently moved that were probably filled with treasure.
Mm-hmm. So some fouler creatures than these bandits and this troll have been using them to gain treasure for their ends. What book? I don't have it. I give them back to you.
You gave Rivendell back?
Yeah, I don't have the books.
Okay.
So these missing clay pots that were recently moved, do we see any of those pots, or are they just?
It looks like they were taken with the rest of the captain. Excuse me, and the rest of the camp.
Okay.
Everybody roll.
When I said search too, I mean I'm despoiling the bodies. Any useful weapons they have, they're gone. I'm not going to leave them for something.
That's fine. You take all of the short bows and short sword and swords. Yeah. Everybody roll a one of your feet dice, the 12-sided die. We're gonna see if there's something magical here.
8.
Bummer.
Nope.
Got an 8.
2.
2. Nope. No magical treasure in this horde.
Doesn't Gondrel get to roll?
Nope. It's for sure. I'll roll for Gondrel. See if she finds something magical. Nope. She got a 10. If you get a Gandalf rune on the feet die, then there's something special.
Yeah. Can I either use shadow lore or roll lore to try to know something about this giant ogre captain guy?
Sure.
I wouldn't mind rolling a lore as well.
Either to, or can I use shadow lore and just invoke that, or
you can just
roll?
invoke that. Sure.
All right.
I didn't make it. I got an 11.
Okay, you can
What do I
invoke that.
roll?
You don't need to roll it. You just invoke it.
Okay.
This sounds like something out of the stories from the early ages, of things that Sauron created as lieutenants to lead the charges. We're talking massive trolls, but what's disturbing to you is there seems to be quite a bit of intelligence.
Right.
That it's not just to lead shock troops,
right,
but there's cunning and conniving in this, and that could only spell bad news to have something like this on the loose.
right. That it's something like this that is coordinating with other, bad elements that may or may not, care about allegiance, and not caring what happens to whatever the good folk from that, just to get treasure and troops and slaves or whatever. That's pretty bad.
Gondros says, I think we should take the dwarves back to Rivendell.
It would be a healing place for
So,
them to start from. And we'll take this treasure so that it may not be gotten. But how? Well, we don't have horses, right? So we need to.
You had horses and
We had
stuff you
horses?
rode out. Yeah.
So we might be able to apportion it along the sides.
so do we think that they have? When did they leave? Just a day ago?
Yeah, about a day ago.
All right. I mean, do we want to let the dwarves go back with the engineer and we just carry forward, or is anybody
I
really
think,
down and wounded?
I think it would be unwise for us to seek to follow an enemy this cunning and this well armed and coordinated just on our own. I think we need Elrond's advice, and we should certainly make sure that these captives reach their destination. Who knows, but there may be more bandits lurking about. And Gondrel is in a bad way in her emotion. She's not used to battle.
Ella Brimborn, you notice that she keeps looking west, as if she's hearing something.
Gondrel is?
Gondrel is.
All right. I say to her in Elven, what do you see?
It's what I hear. I hear the sea. I hear myself. I hear a call from across the waters. There's been so much bloodshed, so much horror. I do not know why I stay.
Well, let's get you back to Rivendell, and sometimes that we do get the call as elves to go back to our origin, but I think you are just in despair from all you've seen today.
You need to be hurt.
Let's take you back.
It will hearten me to get these dwarves to safety.
Yes.
Let me do the rumor of the earth first, just to make sure that there's no enemy that's gonna pounce on us immediately. Hey, can I do that?
Yeah, sure. You don't find anything.
Because I get it once per.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you travel back to Rivendell. Rivendell. Around.
Who want to hear the story of the dwarves deeply. So I would totally love to go and follow them and just, that right away, but that's just not wise. Sadly.
Yeah, I just would have went with Thror.
It takes about 3 days to journey back to the last homely house. Fortunately, the weather's fine, so you travel at a decent pace, regardless of the presence of 3 weary dwarves. Soon after passing the borders of the Troshaws and moving into the foothills that lead up toward the Misty Mountains, riders appear unexpectedly to the east and swiftly approach you.
Riders?
These are outriders from Rivendell.
Okay.
Who are these dwarves? What is wrong? What happened?
They were taken captive by a strange group. Human bandits with a troll, in league with a troll, who cooked for them of captives and such, and they ate of it, and they were in league with others. We must get them there.
Trolls in league with humans? I've never heard of such a thing.
Nor have I, but that was the case. We fought them and destroyed their band, and we brought these dwarves and some of their wealth. They were with a caravan that was attacked, and they have further stories, but we should not speak of it here. It should be, Elrond needs to be told. They need healing beyond what we could provide on the road.
Yep.
And healing.
So they ride back to report to Rivendell ahead of you. And when you finally arrive at first sight of Rivendell, wonder fills the eyes of the dwarves as they tread the path going down into the valley. The doors of the house are flung open, and several elves come to take care of the dwarves and calmly usher them away. Lindir, basically the maitre d' of the house, welcomes you and invites you to eat and drink your fill in the great hall, and to get a good night's rest. In the morning, you will meet with Master Elrond. And Gondrel comes up to Ella Brimborn and says, "Thank you so much for getting me back. It was horrible, but it's no matter what happens from here, it's important that I report back to Elrond
Uh-oh.
and complete my mission.
I agree. We were able to complete your mission, and hopefully the songs and the waters of Rivendell will heal your heart and your mind.
On our journey back too, I would have wanted to speak with the dwarves and find out about their family and where they come from and where they were headed, so that we can speak well with Elrond in the morning.
They are from the Iron Hills, and they basically travel as merchants.
Okay. And what do they usually sell? Or are they someone I would have known of since I'm in trading?
They sell basically tools. And as well as a few weapons for people to protect themselves.
What were they doing this far?
They were going to Bree.
South? Bree, okay.
Interesting.
So we at least have 10 points of treasure to split.
Yep.
How many
ourselves, so
we lost about 4.
I am sorry.
I give Thror 3. I just take 3 points of treasure, and I give Thror that 3 points of treasure. I owe him more. Still, I owe him 4 more.
So you get 3 points of treasure.
Okay.
We can give Lorith 4 or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
So
And
mark down
Thror
that
will
you
get
have.
6.
Oh, I have a martial standard of living. I don't know what that means.
Just mark down that you have 3 points of treasure.
Okay.
You can.
Well,
You have 4. Yeah,
money's
Lorith will
dealt
have 4.
abstractly.
okay. Well, I leave 2 with Elrond for the good of travelers all.
Okay.
So.
Anything you guys want to talk about amongst yourselves as you're in the Great Hall eating and left to your own devices?
Where do I put this?
Write it on the back.
Okay.
Yeah, I really stress that we need to go after the
Ogre.
and find out what this evil is. And did we find out anything more about Gandalf and the tomb to help
At Orthonk?
help with his with that still is
No, you hadn't. But you can ask
shadow
her.
upon him? Yeah, we'll definitely do that with Elrond in the morning.
Well, yeah, we gave Elrond the book of shadows there,
Yeah.
the
Okay.
sorcery book.
So in the morning.
Hopefully he had time since we gave it to him, during the fellowship phase.
After I rest, do I get back my endurance? 5
It's been
points
3 days, so yeah, you
Yeah,
get
okay.
your points back, and you're in the last homely house, so yeah, all your
Do I
points are
get
back.
hope there? I
Nope.
forget what it takes to get hope.
You have to, during a downtime phase, spend time crafting something or engaging in activity to get yourself some hope back. So you can only do that during a fellowship phase.
You should have reminded me about that. I was already down some. I could have gotten back up.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So yeah. So I'm back to full.
Anything else you want to talk about?
I just want to know if by morning Elrond has heard the story directly, the tale directly from the dwarves about what they faced, so that we can discuss it with them.
You can. That'll be in the morning. Anything you guys want to talk about amongst yourselves tonight before you convene with Elrond? I want to give you the chance to do that.
Well, I tell Celebrimbor that I hope he realized that I wasn't leaving him in the lurch. I knew that You know, if necessary, I would have gone back to help them with the troll, but I felt like they had it well in hand, and that perhaps the captives would have been able to fight. Sadly, that wasn't the case. And we did have what, like 6 on us or something ourselves, but yeah, just so you know.
I understand. I know you're a fierce, free woman of spirit. That's why I enjoy your company so much.
I just nod my head. It looks like a fine night for a smoke.
I craft some special candles for them and little scented, so it helps with the mood between those two.
And Laura pulls out her pipe and starts smoking some pipe weed. It's a good night for a smoke.
We might still have some old Toby. I don't know if we how
Now that's the way to a woman's heart.
how low that is. We do have some. I don't know if that's an unlimited supply, but
Not unlimited, but you still have some.
all right. So yeah, we pull out some of our old Toby from our friends.
Ooh.
This straight from the Shire.
I don't think I've ever had this weed probably before, right?
You've dealt with
Hobbits a little
things west of. Well, you've dealt with people west of the Misty Mountains, so you would have encountered it.
Okay. Ooh, it's been long since I've tasted a fine pipeweed from the Shire. I don't think I've ever had one quite so nice. Thank you.
It helps to be friendly to the small folk, the halflings. I tell her the story of saving the halflings from the river, and how I inspired the horses of the wagons by singing the rhyme of Laura, the dapple gray mare, and helping to urge the horses out, and we rescued the hobbits from underneath the wagons or the carts and got them to shore. And now they're successful innkeepers. And this is their old Toby that we share, and I sing a cheer to their name, and sing the song of the Golden Perch Inn.
Been long since I've had a mug of good ale.
I don't know if we can get ale in Rivendell.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe good wine.
You've got wine.
Yeah, elves do wine, a little port, a little sherry. They probably make wine from turnips, turnip wine.
Right.
No, they have their own little vineyards.
Acai berry wine. It's probably got ginseng in it or something. Elves.
To help their memory and prostate health.
Yeah.
When you get that old, you need that kind of assistance. So.
So in the next morning, early in the morning, Lindir comes to wake you and invites you to join Elrond on the eastern porch. The sun hasn't even risen all the way above the Misty Mountains yet. And Elrond meets you wearing a simple blue robe lined with silver, held with a mithril belt that glitters in the rising light. Please, sit in the chairs placed in a semicircle. And he settles himself into a chair set across from you guys. And thank you for coming before the break of day. So,
I'm always up early.
the eyes of Elrond shine perceptibly in the darkness of the porch like 2 luminous stars as he regards each of you in turn with great attentiveness.
We say master. Are the dwarves there too as well, or they have enough strength, or no?
The dwarves aren't there.
Okay, So we tell them the story of what the dwarves told us about the rough-edged, sworded leader called they're calling the captain, who speaks the black speech and is like the ogres that they tell of in the past, that we believe is a lieutenant that Sauron has created to help forward, and that there were other things in the shadow around this creature with these evil men that attacked these dwarven merchants at the Horwell River at the bridge the night before, and Thror and I wish to go forward and investigate this ogre creature. We wonder if Elrond believes that this is a foolish errand that we seek, but we are pretty headstrong in what we have done before, and wish to seek out this creature and get more knowledge of it and destroy it if we could.
Roll persuade.
What's that?
Roll persuade.
Okay.
I seek only your wisdom in this matter, but the young female did say that she heard the creature's voice whispering to her, even when she was not present. You know, that's an effect that is of shadow.
What did you get, Mike?
8.
Isn't it possible that they were scared? They were scared for their lives. They probably heard their companions screaming in pain, and their imaginations got the better of them?
Thror steps up loudly and boldly and states, "No, this is definitely signs of the shadow. We have men working with trolls and ogres, eating others, eating dwarves. This is such foulness. There can be nothing else but that. We must seek out this captain and find out what evil they are trying to place upon this earth. The cold, the winter, all of this is so abnormal. It's another sign of darkness that we must contend with."
Perhaps there are those of your company that would wish to accompany us, that would have good hunting skills for such things.
Okay. First, George, make a awe roll.
I'm thinking Elladan and Elf.
Okay.
Myself.
I get 2 feet die. Great, Gandalf and a Tengu.
Excellent. 2 successes on there. I don't doubt that it's important, but the sentience of such a troll beast, ogre, Enten, what the Trolshaws are filled with them. What makes this one so different compared to the others?
It used this troop of bandits to gain treasure. Not all of the treasure was still there. You know, these trolls, they just gather the treasure, but there were signs that there were yet more vats of treasure that had been taken. They are using this foul creature of shadow and power is using these simple-minded bandits to accomplish its ends.
Roll a riddle. Okay. That is it. So you're suggesting that this was an outpost, that there is still a center of its activity that hasn't been found yet.
I should think so. This creature clearly wasn't staying with them, but it was using them. Who knows how many bands like this that it has under its thumb that think that they're getting something. who knows what they get. The power of shadow to break their enemies. They get some of the booty, and who knows what this creature takes. Who knows how many slaves it has gathered, or what they may be suffering.
Where do you suggest this creature came from? Is it from the Troll Shaws? Did it crow out of the Misty Mountains?
They said the Cold Fells.
That's where it's going, or that is where it's from?
What did the captive say? Come on, refresh.
It said it's going to the Cold Fells.
It's going there.
Yeah. And they're behind schedule on whatever their mission is.
There's coordinated efforts. This is bigger than a simple band of thieves. These thieves were working for others, whether they knew it or not, and I believe they did know that they were working in some wise for others. Yet they were perfectly happy with their lot. That's part of the machinery of the Darkland.
I also step forward and state the tomb that we brought with the glyphs from the north. Did they tell you anything that would help, not only in healing Gandalf, but in potentially tying this situation out in some form?
There is no antidote into here. This was a spell that was concocted with the purpose of destroying a spirit and leaving it to rot for eternity. However, I've had more visions.
And what are those, may we ask?
There is a legend from the beginning times of the first elves, of a elf maiden who traveled with her father across the ocean near Valinor, and he got caught in a blizzard storm out there, and the father thought he could outrow the storm. And in his fear, he pushed his daughter out of the boat, and she clung to the boat behind him, and the boat wouldn't go faster, and the storm gained on him. So the father took the paddle and tried to smash her hands so that she would let go of the boat, but she was tough and would not let go of the boat. The storm grew worse, and he feared his death, so he continued to bash his daughter's hands. But by then, they were so cold that they were like icicles, and they shattered like icicles. And fingerless, she sank to the bottom of the ocean. And from there, she communed with the gods, with the Valar, and with using the pieces of her shattered fingers, concocted all of the beasts of the sea. The seals, the fish, the whales, all that would be her companions down below, made from her shattered fingers. I have had visions of her fingers breaking and of life coming from them. I believe that this ancient elf named Sedna has an answer and is calling you westbound, western, where most of you have never been before.
Western. Well, what are we supposed to do with this information? Not Elrond. I mean, this is a pretty big kind of weird piece of information.
I will consult with Seowin the shipmaker and try to get a boat to travel westbound. Not to Valinor, of course, but out into the frozen north of the sea, where it is said that her body sank, and where she rules her kingdom under the ocean. This will take a little bit of time to put together, but I believe that Sedna, the elf, has the answer for us.
You mean she's living?
She lives beneath the sea.
How?
We do not know how. She has not been seen since she set out from Valinor, and her father took her and did not and returned without her.
So you believe we
The ancient elven story.
travel to the oceans, and you don't believe this ogre is of importance?
This is a story that has been passed down before, and I have had a vision of it. I do not know the full meaning of it, but from the lore that I have, the symbols are there telling of Sedna.
So instead of going to the Coldfells where we know they are, you want us to go out on a sea journey. But we're not sailors.
That's why I am putting together sailors to take you out there. I'm arranging for later this summer for a trip out there.
So in the meantime, can we spend the next fortnight and seek this ogre? I mean this the ogre and whoever was with them, so that we can take care of that evil as well?
While we need to give the dwarves time to heal, I have spoken a little with the dwarves you rescued. Vidar and his brother fought at the Battle of Nanduhurian, and are not like to forget what they learned on that blood-soaked field. Tell me, I believe that you are right about their captain. Far to the south lies the black land of Mordor, but not far enough, I deem. I see the hand of the shadow in this, and my heart bids me to act. It is in my mind to send you forth after this captain, who knows the black speech, to discover as far as you are able who he is, and what he is about here in the west. If you agree, you must go at once. While he was perhaps 4 or 5 days ahead of you, his stone troll companions will slow his progress, as they cannot abide the light of the sun. If he is truly headed north into the Coldfells, you should be able to pick up his trail in the troll shaws. I will give you a bottle of my Rivendell cordial to help you with your travels.
But you do not wish us to try and destroy him merely to discover his identity?
I wish you to figure out to gather information at this point. What does he want? Why is he here? And if you are successful in this, I will gladly be a patron for you in the future.
I will go.
Most definitely, we will make haste.
And he then presents you with a map of the region showing the Trollshaws and the Coldfells beyond. And they note the lands that you're heading with are far from the abodes of men or elves. The wastes north of Imladris are troll country. Who has elven lore?
Celebrimbor does.
You know that the lands you're to travel through were once part of the eastern border of the realm of Arnor, before becoming part of the kingdom of Rudar. Its history has ever been troubled. Its final kings were hillmen, not Númenorian descent, and they were vassals of the dreaded kingdom of Angmar. All that remains to them are ruins amidst the cracked highlands and old sad songs.
Old sad songs.
Mm-hmm.
Is this where we just were?
You're going partly back there. You're not going all the way up into the Hillman Mountains, but you're going just south of there.
Okay. And any chance you could provide us some of the limnus bread for our journey as well? This stout dwarf needs fuel for his fire fuel for his belly.
Make a persuasion roll.
Okay. Good luck on that one.
Should we try and
All right.
I thank him for the Rivendell cordial and ask him what it does, unless I would know that.
Rivendell cordial, page 17.
He wouldn't call it a Rivendell cordial. He'd say Miraver.
Miraver.
So I rolled
Arister's
a
traveling
9.
cordial.
But if I spend a point of hope, I will have 14. Will that be enough?
14 will help you, and you can have you can have Lembus then.
Great.
It's a flask containing traveling cordial. Generally, a flask contains enough Mirivor for about 30 sips. When you sip from the flask once a day, taking more than that does not have any additional benefit. A drop from the flask restores a number of endurance points equal to your favored heart score plus the roll of a success die.
Wow.
Oh, great.
Plus, you may ignore the effects of being weary for the entire day.
Oh, excellent.
That's pretty good.
That's better than Jack Daniels.
Much better. Maybe Johnny Walker Blue.
Is it habit forming or?
No, it's
We'll
not.
find out.
But it's delicious. It has actually it has not much taste, but it has a scent, and it doesn't feel either cool or warm in the mouth, but it warms you as it goes down, like a good brandy.
Anything else you want to do in Rivendell before you set out?
Is there any lore around the ogre that we can collect from the elves?
Yeah.
They don't know anything about the ogre. That's why you're being sent out.
Well, not that specific ogre,
Yeah,
but just ogres in general.
Ogres in general.
And, more about the black speech. Anything about stone trolls that can help us in fighting them.
About stone trolls. They're solitary predators living in small groups in filthy caves strewn with the remains of unwary travelers. They seem to be more intelligent than other troll types, maybe thanks to their habit of prowling in the proximity of populated areas. Their appearance, while always frightful, is made less monstrous by their tendency to wear simple clothes, cook their food, and use tools like drinking jugs and barrels. A very ancient breed, they owe their name to the fact that they turn to stone if exposed to the light of the sun. They hate dwarves and have amazing strength and size.
Yeah.
Elabirnborn recites the rhyme of lore of the stone troll that he wrote himself. The stone troll has no special appeal, so run away or become his meal. His blood and heart are pitch black. Among his teeth your bones will crack. Stupid, ugly, and kills for pleasure. In dark caves he hoards his treasure. Strong and tall as an ent, but from the earth Morgoth sent. So when exposed to light of sun, return to stone from which he come.
Boy.
About the Coldfells, what they can tell you is high steep hills, broad plateaus loom over deep crevices. In some ravines, the ground is soft and fertile enough for bogs to form, choked with biting flies in the summer, slick with icy muck in the winter. In more places, the bitter mountain streams trickle over hard and stony ground. In the folds of earth and rock where weaker stone was carved away by water over the ages, caves and caverns offer shelter from the sun. You can imagine who lives there.
Yeah.
Sheep and goats graze among the thickets and on the grasses and in the high places.
Do the elves have anything, any kind of balm or anything that's good for keeping off the stinging flies or anything like that?
No.
What bloody use are they then?
Nothing but mutton to eat. Mutton today, mutton tomorrow.
No free people live in the cold fells. Even the orcs and goblins from the mountains that you were experiencing up by Carn Doom don't even go here. It is hill troll country in uncounted numbers. Stone trolls lurk here too, but fewer in number. They have a long tradition of venturing out across the grass and hills from cave to deep thicket by night.
And hill trolls are.
And they kind of get blocked by the Horwell River, so they don't really cross that.
Oh, charming.
Sounds lovely.
And that's where you'll be going next time.
I really wanted to go to the Cold Fells, frankly.
Of course you wanted to go to the Cold Fells.
You know what? I want to go to the Cold Fells about as much as I want to go to Disney World. Which is not.
I want to go to Disney World, especially since the whole Star Wars thing is